Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Macomb County Prosecutor Peter Lucido making headlines for wishing happy birthday to Robert E. Lee on social media. Plus, 2 gas station employees are in custody right now after a shooting left 1 person dead. Protesters taking to the streets of Washington, D.C. for the March of Life rally. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. Thanks so much for joining us for Local 4 News. Macomb County's prosecutor is facing some criticism this afternoon for social media posts that have now been removed. Peter Lucido had wished a happy birthday to the Confederate General Robert E. Lee. For more on this story, we go live to Grant Herms for the latest reaction. Grant.
Well, Karen, the post showed up sometime yesterday on both the official Macomb County Prosecutor's Twitter page and Facebook page. Take a look. This is what they look like. So they both use an image of Robert E. Lee's statue from Richmond, Virginia, and a quote from the Confederate general about war as cruelty, reading in part to fill our hearts with hatred instead of love for our neighbors. Now, the general obviously started a war and led an army against the United States over the right to own enslaved people. That war also led to the death of nearly 15,000 Michiganders. And there has been some swift backlash online. We're hoping to talk to some of those people about that this afternoon, including a local reverend. Now, this is the latest scandal for the Macomb County prosecutor. Most recently, a former assistant prosecutor sued Lucido, accusing him of retaliation after he reported allegations of sexual, gender, racial, and disability discrimination inside the prosecutor's office. That lawsuit also alleging Lucido pushed for harsher penalties for a black protester than white protesters during the George Floyd protests in 2020. Now, we do have calls and texts into Lucido right now to see if he'll talk to us on camera or at least give us a comment. We are also waiting to hear from the county executive today, although we were told this morning that these accounts are not run by the county, which means they are run by either Lucido or at the very least are coming out of his office. Karen, back to you.
All right, we appreciate it. Thank you very much, Grant. We'll check back with you later on this afternoon. All right, Ashley, I don't think I've tossed to weather in a while saying that we were going to have some snow, maybe, possibly this weekend.
It was probably last year.
I know, right?
Before the holidays. Yeah, right now as we take a look at downtown Detroit, I mean, it has been feeling more spring-like. Comerica Park, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up feeling like winter for opening day once we get there, kind of like a seasonal change that we've done around here. But winter will be making a comeback. 37 degrees here in the city right now, 36 in Ann Arbor. Howell reporting 35 and 36 in Adrian. Westerly winds anywhere between 9 to 17 miles per hour sustained. So there is a breeze out there, and that's factoring into a wind chill. As we take a look at the region, you can see some of those winds even up to about 16 miles per hour, and in Monroe, 17 over at Metro Airport. Those wind chills are in the 20s, 28 down in Monroe, feeling like 26 in Lapeer. Same in Pontiac, 28 for the feels like temperature in Ann Arbor. Few flurries continue to fly. This is not amounting to much given that the ground temperatures are above freezing. As we take a look at your forecast throughout the rest of the afternoon, we have cloud cover and staying in the mid to upper 30s with breezy conditions. We'll time out some snow this weekend, though, in your full forecast, Karen.
All right, we'll check back with you in a little bit. Thanks, Ashley. Developing news this afternoon from Redford, where 2 gas station clerks are in custody after a deadly shooting. This happened about 3:30 this morning at the gas station at the corner of Telegraph and I-96 freeway. Police believe the 2 clerks knew the victim. The victim was taken to the hospital where they was later pronounced dead. At this time, it's unclear if the shooting happened during an attempted robbery or if there was a fight. Police are naming a suspect in the case of a woman found shot to death in Pittsfield Township. The body of Andrea Grant of Plymouth was discovered inside a white SUV riddled with bullet holes and parked in front of a fitness center over on Plaza Drive. Now, police are putting out this photo of their suspect. His name, Michael Anthony Alinsky. He's 59 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall, about 250 pounds. He is considered armed and dangerous, so if you do see him, do not approach. Instead, call Pittsfield Township Police. A state senator is calling for change this afternoon following the tragic death of a Pontiac mother and her 2 young sons. Monica Kennedy and her 3-year-old and 9-year-old sons were found dead of hypothermia earlier this week. Turns out Oakland County Sheriff's deputies had multiple contacts with her while she was roaming the streets with her children, who were not properly dressed for the cold weather. Family members later told police they were concerned about her mental health. The tragic deaths now raising questions about what could have been done ahead of time to save their lives. State Senator Jim Runstad says he intends to introduce legislation that will provide more transparency when tragedies occur. In a statement, he says, while strict privacy laws are rightly protected, there must also be room for an investigation and oversight when tragedies occur in order to prevent future incidents and provide justice when necessary. He went on to say there should be some provision for state legislators to confidentially know basic information under specific circumstances. Over now to Washington, D.C. this afternoon, where the 50th annual March for Life is taking place. This marks the first time the anti-abortion rally has taken place since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. The president of March for Life, Jeannie Mancini, says the march is a reminder of the millions of lives lost to abortion. Sunday marks the 50th anniversary of the Roe versus Wade ruling. Vice President Kamala Harris will deliver an address in Florida. Officials say Harris will speak about the White House's commitment to abortion access. This comes as the Supreme Court continues to investigate that leak of sensitive information. Supreme Court says it hasn't been able to identify who leaked a draft of that court's opinion overturning abortion rights. Chief Justice John Roberts ordered that investigation right after the leak. The draft opinion was made public before justices were ready to release it. Nearly 100 employees were interviewed, all denied involvement. Investigators don't believe the systems were improperly accessed by someone outside of the court. Okay, General Motors making a $918 million investment into 4 U.S. manufacturing sites. GM officials made the major announcement just an hour ago at the Flint Engine Operations Plant. That investment includes $854 million for facilities to produce the company's 6th generation small V8 engine. The 4 sites are in Flint, Bay City, Ohio, and New York. All right, still to come this noon, Google laying off thousands of employees as other tech giants continue to cut jobs. Plus, the 3 numbers that all Detroiters know and identify with will soon change. The 313 area code hitting its limit. We'll explain.